All right, let's dive right in. Today we're looking at AI language models.
Specifically, ChatGPT and DeepSeek.
Yeah, those AI systems that, well, seem to be everywhere these days. Generating text,
Writing code.
even creating images.
It's kind of like science fiction becoming reality, right?
Exactly. And we've got a whole stack of articles comparing these two,
The heavy hitters.
Yeah, so whether you're like getting ready for some big tech meeting or just curious about where AI is headed, we're going to break it all down for you.
The key differences, the potential impact.
Why it matters to you.
Think of it as like your cheat sheet.
To understanding this whole AI landscape without getting bogged down in all the,
Technical jargon.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's start with introductions. In one corner, we've got ChatGPT. It's the rock star from OpenAI.
Yeah, and you probably heard about it. It can hold conversations,
Generate those creative text formats.
write code like a pro.
It can even browse the web.
What?
Yeah, and process images, even create images using DALL-E. Pretty versatile.
Super versatile. Okay, now in the other corner, we have DeepSeek. This is a newcomer,
From a Chinese AI startup.
and it's being called the,
Efficient reason engine.
yeah, because it's really good at those complex tasks
Especially in things like math.
and code generation.
And it does it all while being more cost-effective.
Okay, so what's interesting about DeepSeek?
Well, it's really focused on accuracy and efficiency right from the start. They use smart training techniques that automatically check the data that it learns from.
So it's like DeepSeek is double-checking its work.
Exactly. And this is super important in fields like math, where there's a clear right and wrong answer. And for you, the listener, this means potentially more reliable AI tools.
Even if you don't have access to like those massive supercomputers, right?
Right.
Okay, so we've got ChatGPT, the multi-talented conversationalist.
And DeepSeek, the efficient brainiac.
I love that.
Mm.
Now let's dig a bit deeper. ChatGPT, for example, seems to be all about natural language understanding.
Yeah, like it can hold a conversation.
Adapt to different prompts.
Remember what you've talked about before.
It's like talking to someone who gets you,
Absolutely. One thing that really stood out in the research was that it can even recognize inappropriate requests,
Oh, wow.
and it won't engage with them.
That's pretty impressive. So it's not just generating text, it's like understanding the nuances of human communication.
Which is pretty amazing, really.
For sure. And that opens up a ton of possibilities. Think about customer service chatbots that can solve your problems, or educational tools that can give personalized feedback.
Precisely. And we can't forget about all the other things ChatGPT can do, like writing different types of creative content, generating code, and even tapping into those knowledge bases.
Oh, right, to give you even more accurate information.
Especially in specialized fields.
Okay, now let's shift gears to DeepSeek. It might not be as well known as ChatGPT just yet.
But it has some serious strengths.
It's like the
quiet kid in class who suddenly aces the test.
yeah. And its edge comes from its unique approach to training and architecture.
Exactly. Remember those smart training techniques? Those are a big part of why DeepSeek can get such impressive results with less computational power.
So it's not just about raw power, it's about, like, being smart with what you've got.
Exactly. This could be a game changer, especially for smaller businesses or organizations that can't afford that,
That massive computing infrastructure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so we have a sense of their strengths, but let's get a little more technical.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the underlying architecture, the brain power.
Yeah, me too. ChatGPT uses something called the transformer architecture.
Yeah, think of it like a Swiss Army knife.
For AI.
Yeah, designed to handle a ton of tasks. This is why ChatGPT can be so versatile.
Okay, so ChatGPT has got a versatile engine. What about DeepSeek?
DeepSeek uses a different approach called the mixture of experts, or MOE architecture. It's like having specialized engines for different tasks. Like one engine for city driving, another one for off-roading.
So it's like DeepSeek has a whole garage.
Full of specialized tools.
I like that. Each one perfect for the job.
Precisely. And that's a key reason why DeepSeek can do so well without needing as much power, which means...
Lower costs.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered how they work, but there's another big difference. DeepSeek is open source, and ChatGPT is not.
Right.
Can you explain what that means for, the average person?
Sure. DeepSeek being open source means that the code is freely available. Anyone can use it,
modify it,
and distribute it like a recipe.
that anyone can use to bake their own version of the cake.
Exactly. Add their own special ingredients.
So it's all about transparency and collaboration then.
Exactly. And that can lead to faster innovation, a more diverse AI ecosystem, and even lower costs.
So a much more community-driven approach.
Yeah, but there are potential downsides too, of course.
Like,
Well, security, for one. With the code being out in the open, there's a risk that someone could, exploit vulnerabilities.
so it's a trade-off then. More transparency and collaboration, but with potential security risks.
Right. It's complicated.
Yeah, no easy answers.
No.
All right, we've covered the basics of ChatGPT and DeepSeek, their strengths, how they work, even this whole open source debate. Now let's talk about what they can actually do in the real world. You've mentioned a few applications, but let's dive deeper into some specific use cases.
Sure. Sounds good. Let's start with ChatGPT. With its focus on natural language, it's really great for anything involving communication.
Like those customer service chatbots.
Right. ChatGPT could power chatbots that actually understand your questions, provide information.
Even resolve issues without talking to a human.
And it's not just customer service. ChatGPT is being used in education to personalize things, in marketing to generate content, and even in healthcare.
Healthcare.
Yeah, to assist with things like diagnosis.
So it's like having a super smart assistant.
Pretty much. And ChatGPT can access information from the web, so it can give really detailed responses.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. But what about DeepSeek?
Mm-hmm.
What are some of its real-world applications?
Well, with its emphasis on reasoning and efficiency, DeepSeek is really good in fields that need, complex problem solving and data analysis. One area where it's really doing well is in finance.
Finance. Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, imagine using AI to develop trading strategies,
Okay.
analyze those market trends,
Got it.
and even assess risk.
So DeepSeek could help financial institutions make smarter decisions then.
Exactly. And it's really good at handling tons of data and finding patterns.
That's amazing. So DeepSeek is finding its place where accuracy and efficiency are really important.
Exactly. We're seeing it being used in healthcare, science,
Oh, wow.
all sorts of fields.
Okay, so they're both clearly making an impact.
Mm-hmm.
But how is the emergence of DeepSeek, a newcomer from a Chinese startup, affecting the broader AI landscape?
That's a great question. It's definitely shaking things up.
In what way?
Well, some of the articles we read talked about how it's challenging the idea that, the U.S. is the leader in AI.
Right.
Remember, DeepSeek was made by a Chinese startup,
Yep.
and they're getting incredible results with fewer resources.
This is like a wake-up call.
Definitely. The competition is heating up.
And I'm guessing this shift is having some real-world effects. What about, the stock markets? Are they reacting?
Yeah. Some of our sources mentioned that DeepSeek's emergence has caused some fluctuations in the stock prices of companies like NVIDIA.
That's wild. It shows how fast things are changing in the AI world.
Absolutely. It highlights the increasing global nature of AI development.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we've covered a lot in this first part of our deep dive. We've looked at the core features of ChatGPT and DeepSeek, their strengths, their unique approaches, the open source debate,
Even their real-world applications.
but we're not done yet. In the next part, we're going to explore how these models actually think.
We'll delve into some of the details of their reasoning processes.
Stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break.
See you soon.
Welcome back to our AI deep dive. We just explored the basics of ChatGPT and DeepSeek, but now I want to get a little more,
Under the hood.
Yeah. How do these models actually think?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
Their reasoning processes are fascinating, to say the least. Let's start with ChatGPT. It works as what we call a black box model.
So it's kind of like watching a magician, right?
Yeah,
They pull a rabbit out of a hat.
exactly.
You see this amazing result,
Right.
but you have no idea how it happened.
ChatGPT takes in information, spits out results, but those steps in between, those are hidden.
So that approach, it's got its pluses,
Yeah,
but it also raises questions, especially when we're talking about,
like transparency.
how did the model get to its conclusion?
Especially in things like healthcare or finance.
Right, where the stakes are really high.
If we don't understand the why behind the AI's decisions, it's hard to really trust the output, isn't it?
Exactly. And that's where DeepSeek takes a different approach. They use a glass box model.
Also called explainable AI.
Which
It can show its work.
wait, hold on. DeepSeek can explain how it's reasoning.
Like an AI detective, laying out all the clues.
Wow.
Its architecture allows it to break down decisions step by step,
That's incredible.
highlighting the factors that led to a specific outcome.
So you can actually see the logic.
See the data points it considered.
This must be a huge advantage when you need trust and accountability.
Absolutely. Think about medical diagnoses.
Or financial predictions.
You're not just getting a result, you're getting an explanation.
You can evaluate its reliability then, too.
Identify those potential biases or errors.
So DeepSeek's glass box approach could really help build trust in AI.
And make sure it's being used responsibly.
That's a great point. This transparency also lets developers, learn from the AI, refine it.
Improve its accuracy.
Okay, so we've got ChatGPT, the mysterious magician.
And DeepSeek, the transparent detective.
Both really cool approaches. Now, let's talk about the
Cost.
Yeah, the cost factor. Powerful technology can be expensive. So how do ChatGPT and DeepSeek compare in terms of,
Affordability.
affordability? Yeah.
Well, the good news is both ChatGPT and DeepSeek offer free tiers
Okay, so you can try them out.
before committing.
I like that. But what if you need more features?
Well, for ChatGPT, they have a Plus plan,
Yeah.
about $20 a month, a Team plan, $25 per user per month,
Yeah.
and then an Enterprise plan with custom pricing, probably for the big companies.
So options for everyone. What about DeepSeek?
DeepSeek's pricing is based on usage. You pay for what you use,
So it's more flexible then.
about 0.14 per million tokens for input and 0.28 per million for output.
Okay, so you've got more control over your costs.
You can scale up or down as needed.
Okay, we've covered their thinking, their cost, and I want to go back to their impact on the AI world. We talked about DeepSeek challenging,
U.S. dominance.
Yeah, what are the implications of that?
Well, DeepSeek's success shows that the AI landscape is becoming more global. We're seeing innovation from all over the world.
So it's like a new era of AI exploration then.
Exactly. This competition is really driving innovation, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's like a global brain trust.
Yeah. Working towards a common goal.
I like that. Okay, we've explored their reasoning, their cost, their global impact. But what about the future? Where are ChatGPT and DeepSeek headed?
Well, that's what we'll be talking about in the final part of our deep dive. The future of AI, it's just getting started.
All right, welcome back to our final round. We've explored what makes ChatGPT and DeepSeek tick, but now I want to look ahead,
The future.
Yeah, what's next for these AI powerhouses?
Well, one trend that's pretty obvious is the sheer scale.
Scale.
Yeah, they're getting bigger exponentially. Billions.
Trillions.
They're parameters. It's like watching a brain expand in real time.
So more parameters, more power.
Pretty much. More parameters mean the models can learn more intricate patterns, capture those nuances of language.
Generate more human-like output. So are we on the verge of AI that's indistinguishable from, human intelligence? I'm both excited and kind of scared by that.
It's a question that everyone's asking, right? These models are impressive, but there's still a difference between artificial intelligence and, actual consciousness. But as they get more powerful, we need to think even more carefully about
Responsible development.
Exactly. We need transparency, fairness built in from the start. And accessibility is another big one.
Accessibility.
Yeah, training these huge models, it takes a lot of resources, computational power.
Which can be expensive.
Very energy intensive.
So it's kind of a paradox, right?
Yeah.
We're creating incredible AI, but only a few can actually use it.
That's why we need to find more efficient ways to train these models.
Makes them more accessible to everyone.
Democratize AI.
I love that. So what are some of the most exciting possibilities if we can figure all this out?
Well, imagine personalized education, tailored to how you learn best. AI tutors that adapt to your strengths and weaknesses.
Wow, that would be a game changer.
And AI-powered healthcare. Systems that analyze your medical history, predict risks.
Recommend treatments.
It's like having a doctor who knows you better than you know yourself.
That's amazing. What else?
Accelerating scientific discovery. Imagine AI models analyzing research data, finding patterns we miss, generating hypotheses that could lead to breakthroughs in, medicine, climate science.
Kind of exploration, yeah.
The possibilities are, they're really limitless.
It's incredible to think about, but we can't forget. We have to be careful.
Responsible.
Yeah, use this technology wisely.
Absolutely. We need to talk openly about the implications, work together to make sure AI is used for good.
It's not just about, the tech itself. It's about our values,
Yeah.
the future we want to create.
And shaping that future, that's on all of us.
Well, we've covered a lot in this deep dive. We talked about the core features, the strengths, the ethical stuff, the challenges.
It's been quite a journey.
And I hope you, the listener, you've gained a better understanding of these incredible AI models, and their potential.
This is just the start.
Yeah, things are moving fast. We all need to stay informed, keep learning.
Help guide these technologies in the right direction.
So keep exploring, keep asking questions.
The future of AI is in our hands.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, stay curious.